What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you my reaction on Russell Westbrook's Lakers exit interview. Let's talk about it. Now, if you look at my channel, you would think I'm a football guy, but I used to cover basketball as well. Kind of slacked off this year, but I'm gonna get back to it next year. But I just finished watching Russell Westbrook's exit interview, um, and it was just funny to me. It's real funny how people on his level most of the time just don't get it. Now, he did say a lot of things, and before I go into the exit interview, I want to give Russell Westbrook this. Even though he struggled, even though he didn't play his best this season, which he admitted during this interview, he played 78 out of 82 games. As normal, he was durable. He was there. He showed up almost every night. I respect that. Don't never get that twisted about Russell Westbrook. I always respected him. But with comments he made about Frank Vogel was just hilarious to me, and basically, a reporter asked him about his struggles to get on the same accord, the same page as Frank Vogel. A couple times this year for a good little stretch, he was benched in the fourth quarter, and the funny thing is, he said, and I quote, when the reporter asked him about it, he said, "Not sure what his issue was with me." End quote. It was just funny. The issue was you weren't good. you was not good, sir. For all the introspective, deep talking, deep thinking he did a few months back or a few weeks back, whenever it was, when he spoke about his last name and his kids and all that stuff, which I understand as a man. You have to take responsibility as a star player in this league that you were horrible. He was terrible. And this is why this channel like mine is here. Stats Free Sports. I do not care about the stats. If you look at Westbrook's stats this year, they're on par with what he normally does throughout his entire career. This is his career average. I think the only thing that's different is the points. He's like 3.5, 3.6 points lower than what he normally did. So he's normally a 21, 22 point game scorer, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He had 7 rebounds, 7 assists average this year, with I think an 18 and change, 18 point something points per game this season. The numbers will show you he was the same rush dang near, but the play show you he was terrible. He was terrible, and it's just crazy how he will not. And like I said, in this exit interview, he did say that he didn't play his best. That's cool. But expound upon that. Say say it was your fault. You know what I'm saying? Not your fault, but saying you don't know what the issue was between you and him, and you don't know why he had a problem with you. You know what the problem was. You were garbage. You were garbage. Simple as that. And it's just funny how, as smart as he is, as great as he is, not good, he's great. As great as Russell Westbrook is, he has never seen, at least publicly, the issues where he has come up short on the on the basketball court. He never seen it, and this is one thing in the past I will give Skip Bayless credit on forever. Skip Bayless has always said and forever said Russell Westbrook is not a point guard. He's not that guy to give you a title. He'll give you the stats. He'll give you good play, great play at times. But when it comes down to it, turnover machine, can't shoot. You know what Skip Bayless says about Russell. You know what I mean? And he's on the money. He's on the money. He's also said as well, Russell isn't a good team leader. Now, going to that, excuse me, lost my breath for a minute. Going to the team leader portion is two sides being a team leader. One side on the court, the other side off the court. And as years got older, as time has passed, going to LeBron James, going to KD, guys have gotten more spicy with the comments versus the media and to the media. You used to see these guys, these players, be real uptight, be real proper, be real PC with their comments. Now, as they get older, as times change, as more confidence comes to the player, more power comes to the player, you see more of these guys talking crazy. Russell Westbrook always talked crazy to me. I'm not going to front and say he's never been that. But in the same token, as you get older, you have to get wiser as well. Russell has to understand publicly, not just if he understands privately as well, I'm not sure, but publicly, he has to take the fault for this. Him and AD, but especially him. He was there every night. Credit to him. But your play was garbage most of the time as well. You know, so you have to recognize that if you're Russell Westbrook or Russell Westbrook's fans. Respect him. Heck of a player, all-time great, all that stuff. That's cool. But you have to take responsibility for your bad play, especially this season. Especially. But, that's it for the video, guys. Not to be negative, Nancy, but, I like Russ. Seems like a good man, heck of a player. But he has to take responsibility for this season. He has to publicly. Because, I know AD does as well, which he kind of skirted around as well. Don't let me get on AD. But Russell himself, has to do a better job as well of taking ownership, taking onus of, man, I was a key proponent. They'll say, yeah, it wasn't my best. It wasn't this, wasn't that. But they're not saying the full truth. They're not saying it might have been me. It probably was me. And they won't say that. But like I said, shout out to Vogel. He's been a scapegoat all year. And we all know he has no control of the signings that they made, the moves they made in the offseason. They could have had DeMar DeRozan, they could have had Buddy Hield, And I myself thought this Rush thing could work. So I'm not going to say, I disagree from the get-go. I thought it could work. I thought it was weird, but I thought it could work. I could see why, in theory, they wouldn't go with DeMar DeRozan. I could definitely see why in theory, and you see why now. He had a hot start to the year, and as the year went on, DeMar's kind of wound down and been his normal, good but not great self as he was early in the season. Russ hasn't, but Russ hasn't been good all year, so I guess they would have traded great DeMar for the first half and average regular old DeMar the second half. So, but it is what it is. Mistakes happen, things happen. Frank Vogel was a scapegoat all year. I'm curious to see who they'll sign. Russ is, I would think, good as going. I would think, but you never know. But they say Doc, they say Nick Nurse from the Raptors. I wouldn't mind that as well. But the thing is that job for the Lakers really attractive? You have AD always hurt. You have LeBron publicly stating, I want to play with my son. His son is draft eligible, 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So, you have 1 year left for LeBron, maybe 2 years left. So it's gonna be weird to see who the coach will be. I guess it'll be a big name because it's a big city, big team, big franchise, but we'll see what happens, man. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.